Good morning friends. In this video we will discuss rules for writing IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds. There are certain rules by using which we can write the nomenclature of organic compounds. So it contains three parts. First one is prefix, second is word root, and the last is suffix. Prefix contains halogens and alkyl group. Word root contains the longest carbon chain and the suffix contains the functional group. So first one is prefix that contains 4 halogen, fluoro, chloro, bromo and iodo. So these are the 4 halogens that are used in the prefix. Now we will come to next prefix that are alkyl group. It contains methane which can be used as methyl, ethane which can be used as ethyl, propane which can be used as propyl, butane which can be used as butyl, and decane which can be used as decyl. Now we will come to longest carbon chain which contain this table and we will discuss later on. Now we will come to the last part, that is suffix. As you can see in this table contains the suffix of the organic compounds that is used in the organic chemistry. As you can see, the double bond and the triple bond only comes as a suffix, that is ene and ion, and the suffix is used after the word root. Now you can also see for alcohol the suffix is ol, for aldehyde is al, and so on. You can also use the suffix of the other organic compounds from this table. Now we will discuss the order of decreasing priority for some functional group. That is, first is the carboxyl group, that is the highest priority group, which is greater than sulfonic acid, then ester, then acyl halide, then amide, then nitrile, then aldehyde, then ketone, then alcohol, then amine, and the last is double and triple bond. Now we will discuss rules for writing IUPAC nomenclature. So the first rule is we have to consider the longest carbon chain. If we consider example number 1, if we start numbering from left hand side, then the longest carbon chain contains 9 carbon. As you can see in example number 2, if we again start numbering from the left hand side and we go downwards, then it contains 8 carbon atom, which is wrong. So we have to consider the longest carbon chain. Now we will come to the rule number 2, that is the numbering is done in such a way that the branched carbon atom get the lowest possible number. If we consider the example number 1, then if we start numbering from the left hand side, then the second carbon contains the substituent. And if we consider the second example and we start numbering from the right hand side, then the fourth carbon atom will get the substituent. That is wrong. Now the third rule is the position of the substituent is indicated by appropriate numbers. If different alkyl groups are present, they are listed in the alphabetical order. For example, 6-ethyl 2-methylnonane, the numbers are separated by hyphen and there is no gap between methyl and nonane. Now you can see in this example, there is a 1-methyl group on second position and ethyl group on 6th position. So we will name it as 6-ethyl 2-methylnonane because in the alphabetical order E comes first as compared to M. So the nomenclature is 6-ethyl 2-methylnonane because there are 9 carbon atom present and we will consider the longest carbon chain. Now the next rule is if 2 or more identical substituent groups are present, then the numbers are separated by commas. We can use di for 2, tri for 3, tetra for 4, penta for 5 and hexa for 6. As you can see in example number 1, at second and fourth position 2 methyl groups are present. So the nomenclature is 2,4 dimethyl pentane. Now the next rule is if the two substituents are found in equivalent position, then the lower number is given to the one coming first in the alphabetical listing. For example, in this example, methyl and ethyl group are present. So we have to give preference to the ethyl group because in the alphabetical order, E comes first as compared to M. So the nomenclature is 3-ethyl 6-methyl octane. Now the next rule is the branched alkyl group can be named by following the above mentioned procedure. However, the carbon atom of the branch that attaches to the root alkane is numbered 1 as exemplified. For example, in the above example, if we consider the longest carbon chain and if we start from downwards and go towards the left hand side, then 10 carbons are present. And if we again go from downwards and come to right hand side, then 9 carbon are present. So we will consider the longest carbon chain from downwards to left hand side. Now we will consider the prefix. As you can see, on 5th position, the alkyl group is coming as the prefix. So on 5th position, we will consider the prefix of the alkyl branched chain. So you can see on 2nd position, ethyl group is present. So 2-ethyl butyl. Why butyl, not butane? Because it is coming as a prefix, not in the longest carbon chain, or we can say on the word root. So the nomenclature is 5-2-ethyl butyl 3,3-dimethyl decane. Now the next rule is, if 2 or more functional group are present in one organic compound, then the functional group with less priority is used as a prefix and functional group with a more priority is used as a suffix. Now we will consider the given example. In this example, 2 functional groups are present. One is carboxylic and one is alcohol. So according to priority series, we have to give more priority to carboxylic group as compared to alcohol group. Now we will consider the table. We can see the prefix of alcohol is hydroxy and suffix of carboxylic acid is oic acid. As we have seen in the example, the alcohol is as less priority group, so it will come as a prefix, that is hydroxy, and carboxylic acid as a suffix, that is oic acid. So the nomenclature is 3-hydroxypentanoic acid. Now you can use these rules to write the IUPAC nomenclature of the organic compound. You can use the functional group table as well as priority group series. Thank you.